Bayou City Reviews coming to you before this less review to just make some acknowledgements and corrections from previous reviews. Number one, the Dustin Prestige video, Dharma. It brought to our, we asked certain questions throughout the review, like whether he produced it himself, did he do all his vocals and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It was brought to our attention that some of those questions were answered. The project itself was actually produced, engineered,
and arranged
by Chris Rockaway. So we definitely need to take the time out to acknowledge that, because that project was masterful. So he needs to get all his props on that one. As far as the background vocals, the Jack Freeman was on.
I didn't know Jack was on there.
He was on
Jack Freeman.
At the end of it, he was moving on, and a lady named Emily Whitmore did the vocals for my favorite song on there, which was Guns N' Roses. She did she was background vocals on that. So we want to give those people their acknowledgement and their props, man, because that work was amazing.
Yes, sir. So Chris Rockaway and everybody involved.
Yeah, definitely hats off to you.
Thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Yeah, and we absolutely apologize for the oversight. Because
we're learning as we go that with who's involved in what as well. So thank you for throwing it out.
And let me also, while we're on it, from the propane review for Ron Slab, we shouted out Donnie Houston and Gluck. It's really G-Luck and B Don. Here's the issue with that type of stuff. When we download it, the name of the songs come out fine. But like if there's anything kind of like produced by such and such, like it comes out weird. So it said Donnie Houston. It said
like the Rick Thaddeus thing.
Yeah, like we were kind of confused about that. But when we downloaded Propane, it said it was spelled out G-Luck and B Don. So I just looked at it as Gluck. You know what I mean? Because I've not been familiar with these people, so we want to give them their proper acknowledgement too by saying their names correctly. You know, because we acknowledge that it was more than just Donnie Houston producing on that. So definitely shout out to those two. Other than that, man, like we're not above. If we make mistakes, we're gonna try to catch them and put them in the actual videos themselves, like we did for the Kurt Cobain. We got the date wrong, and when I kept mispronouncing Footprints on the Moon, kept saying Footsteps
on the Moon.
So we're not above fixing factual stuff. If we mess up on any of that type of stuff, definitely let us know. We want everybody to get their credit, whether it's because if it's bad, you're definitely going to get the credit for it being bad. If it's good, we want you to get all your credit. We are not above.
Tell us quick. We're not tripping.
Absolutely.
We would love to get all your stuff exactly right.
Absolutely.
We don't want to do any disservice.
So we want to just clear that up, and hopefully y'all enjoy this Gran Turismo review. Bayou City Reviews, Double, Ren, speaking for Bizzle. Thanks.
Rhino, not Ren.
Oh, my bad.
You know what I'm saying? That's my neighborhood name is Ren.
Oh, you from the neighborhood?
You gotta know me like that from them streets to call me Ren. You'll be walking up on me calling me Ren, you know what I'm saying? You don't know me like that.
Don't let him son y'all.
Y'all don't know me like that. Don't be coming up to me calling me Ren. It's Rhino. The rhinoceros. 20 songs.
I dug it, man.
I questioned that at first. You know what I'm saying?
I liked it a lot.
You got through the 20 like good deal, good money?
I never skipped a song not one time. I can't say that for a lot of other cats we listen to. I didn't skip not one single time.
See, I heard that hip hop was dead out here in Texas. I guess you ain't get the memo.
Look, it's K.A. beat, man.
We bringing that real shit back. Put your cups up and let's have a toast.
Here's the good music. We probably have to force them just to distribute it. Mainstream polluted, change I refuse it. I know this shit bound to start a movement. This the new Houston. Here's the good music. We probably have to force them just to distribute it. Mainstream polluted, change I refuse it. I know this shit bound to start a movement. This the new Houston. fading as the sweet burn. Everybody singing and dancing, now it's the streets turn. Arsonist on track, I set the spark and let the beat burn. Most niggas claiming that they hold and be the least burn. This the new Houston, better make way. This the new Houston, better make way. This the new Houston, better make way. You can't do shit but witness what's finna take place. I'm sending all that whack.
Never been a nigga so thrown in the game. No, we ain't talking if it's not about $1 bill.
Motherfuck that flaking. Yeah.
Before I go broke, I'll be a drug dealer.
Bigger than the money is inspired by true events. Visualized it all behind tent. One about a crib, ain't trying to rent. I got no soul, politic with OGs. And they told me keep going cause they liking what they see. I'm staying on my job, barely beat the sun home. Take a nap, wake up, burn one and then I've gone. I'm always in pursuit of something that I can't. Look, riding like we never seen the speed limit. But we ain't rushing. I spit a little game in the ear, tell her everything she wanna hear. I bet she start blushing, 100 miles an hour. I said it before, but still going, getting high, so your chick still rolling. I take her through the city, show her shit she never seen. Got the beamer sitting low, so you know it's sitting clean. We flipping, baby, stay dipping, it's just something that we like to do. Old school, foreign, no foes, but we bang
back at you one more time. Rhino, Bizzle, Double. We're going over Les's, aka L.E. Dollar, mixtape. Gran Turismo, sorry. This in essence is kind of like a concept mixtape, but kind of not. Also a little background on Les, the Boss Hog affiliate with Slim Thug and them. He's been around a little while now. Probably doesn't have as much recognition as Doe or D-Lo and people like that, but I believe he's slowly climbing as well. Gran Turismo, Bizzle.
Man, he was one of those artists I had to listen to a good 30 times. Yeah, because originally, like the first vibe I got when I first put it in was, I was very surprised at the vibe he gave off.
Had you heard him before this?
I've heard of him, and from what I remember, it sounds nothing like this damn mixtape. But I like it, man. I really like it a lot. I like the vibe he gives off. I don't know why the hell he called it Gran Turismo, because it's a real laid-back vibe. It's a real big boom-pap vibe to it. So it's kind of like I would have thought he was from Philly or somewhere. Like he has a very neo-soul-ish vibe, fucking real boom-pap.
Yes.
So the whole album was surrounded by this vibe. Even the producers he had, some of the known producers make other kind of beats. So I'm really thinking he went in for this concept, for this whole fucking real chill type vibe. Lyrically, I feel like he's so-so. I feel like he didn't say anything special, but overall, I really liked it. I really liked what he was talking about. To me, he comes off as a real positive person, as fucking corny as fuck as that sound.
Nah.
I feel like he really promotes positivity.
Yeah, definitely.
Because compared to a lot of other cats here, you can tell, like some of the other cats are more aggressive and cocky with it, like, hey, I made it, this is what I did, I hustle. Y'all boys don't hustle like me, so fuck it, I'm the next one to boat type deal. With him, I get the vibe, he's like, hey, I'm trying to make it, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, why don't y'all come with me kind of situation. Okay. This is what I'm doing, why don't y'all come do it with me and let's get it. I get that kind of vibe. But overall, man, I like him a lot. I know that was long with
20,
I really like him.
No, that wasn't long at all.
And a lot of tracks, man.
20 songs.
I dug it, man.
I questioned that at first. You know what I'm saying?
I like it a lot.
You got through the 20, like,
yeah,
good deal, good money?
I never skipped a song not one time. I can't say that for a lot of other cats we listen to. I didn't skip not one single time. Every time I played it.
Good deal.
I even put it on shuffle and let that bitch ride.
Overall, I love this project. Overall, I loved it. When I saw it was called Gran Turismo, I mean, GT, this is this GT type of car. Those usually your high performance type of car. Yeah. So I'm thinking that he's comparing himself to a high performance car. You know, as far as that being that caliber of a rapper. So I'm going into the project thinking you better go hard.
How did I?
But
I thought fast pace.
But GT,
based on
I'll let him finish.
but GT, but when you call a car GT, you're just saying that it's supposed to be the highest performing car. Like you have a lot of Formula One and all of them Grand Prix and all that shit. But so I'm thinking he's gonna go show why he's considering himself a high performing rapper. And he does, but he also, I think it was more like I got more of a driving, laid back driving type of feel to it. Man, but I think he did a really good job of setting the tone for the mixtape. I know I keep saying it all the time, but if you're gonna start something, give us what we're supposed to expect throughout this mixtape. Real laid back. I got more of like a 90s feel to it. And this is like the definition of new Houston. Cause this don't sound shit like old Houston at all, but it is a fucking great sound, man. You talk about a good ear for beats? Holy fucking shit. This dude here, man, like, even though all the fucking beats
sound similar,
the project was a little long to me.
I didn't mind
20, but this is the problem I have with, no, I'll wait. Which thing? I'll get to it.
Alright, well one, let me go ahead and touch on the name and title and all that, and how you said this man just felt like this laid back driving. From knowing his stuff, and the only reason, just because again I'll admit I haven't gone searching for music a lot in the past couple of years. I just let it come to me. But I was looking for somebody to produce my music video, and I ran across Lessons and found that director because I just liked his vibe that he had going, you know what I'm saying? So it was because of him of why I went with a certain music video director. So I've been familiar with his vibe, and like one of the main things in all his videos is always like cars, slabs, this and that, everyone. So when I saw Gran Turismo, I didn't look too much into it. I just knew he was a car person. I didn't think about the being a high performance fast.
Mainly the E36. Which was the project before this one. Oh, I think that's what he actually has. He mentions it a couple of times.
On the album.
Okay. It's supposed to be like this real it's a BMW basically. I don't even think they make E36.
Okay. All right. So just touching on that, I didn't think nothing of the title when I saw it, just because I know he's a car guy. But I understand where you could get that assumption. Two, the other stuff I had heard from him. He ain't out here trying to spit bars or nothing. He just makes music, has his laid back little style.
He's a game spitter. He spits a lot of
rides the beat so very well that you almost forget that he's kind of just rhyming these little one-syllable words at the end, because he's kind of giving you a lot of stylish game over it in between. And on the boom bap Philly type feel, I've been looking for that for so long. My computer is filled with those beat selection, because that Houston style mixed with that boom bap, to me, the way he does it, I don't know if anybody else could do it, is such a great mesh. Because I've been with a lot of the stuff that's out there these days, that's so overplayed and overused and redundant. I like going back to that hip hop essence and still having, you know what I mean, that Houston flavor about it. And it was the last thing I expected. Because all his other songs that I've heard, even though I've been fairly good songs, and I was like, man, that dude's got a tight little style, I still didn't like go back and listen to a lot of it. You know what I mean? But the production and kind of how he titled everything, you know, car related and stuff like that, thought was real cool. It was kind of like you were going on a ride with him the whole time. Definitely. And you felt that hip hop in it. And I more or less like hearing lyrics like the whole time, like be as lyrical as you can, as possible at all times. But it's so good. I don't even.
Wait a minute. What the fuck did you just say?
I said I normally more prefer being as lyrical as you can be at all times. But it's good, so I like it for what it is. Yeah, I know, he's always trying to...
No, I'm not trying to do anything.
I said I mainly prefer that. But when somebody does something so well, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't even, like you just outshadowed having to be like witty and wordplay, because the music is just good, is what I'm saying.
You know what I liked about it though? Same thing I said about Ron Slab. Very early into this mixtape, attacking rappers. Monaco Grand Prix, I don't know much about racing, okay, but that song is number 2 on here. But I do know the Monaco Grand Prix is considered one of the most prestigious races. Well, Formula 1, you know. It'd be like Daytona 500 in NASCAR.
Okay.
So the fact that he was comparing rappers as a race to get into the checkered flag, amazing.
Yeah.
Wasn't overly lyrical, but the way he delivered, great. He didn't have to be, because while he's not a Dobeezy that's gonna wow you with acrobatic skills.
Delivery.
What he does say is tight though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it carries him further than a lot of other people, you know, who are lacking. Like some people just need to be a little more creative. He doesn't have to. He doesn't. I come across like he's not really trying to prove himself to you. He knows he's dope.
I agree with that.
And you're going to accept that shit. That's how, he's very passive aggressive with this.
And I did.
Oh yeah, no.
I accepted it. I said okay.
My favorite song on this bitch though, Shotgun.
Shotgun was dope.
That was my.
Hey,
Shotgun was
mine
dope.
was the Houston Zoo. Mr. Rogers.
That crazy samples.
Hey! Remember when he asked harder down in Houston? He's not going harder than him, but we forgot to say Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers,
hey,
absolutely.
This is a great time. Mr. Rogers, he did, I would say, a good third of the album. Most of the beats were his. Him, Evil Needle, and Bowie or some shit like that.
Yeah. Bowie.
And
Eloquent.
Rick, was it Rick and something? Please forgive me for forgetting your name, but the production was it Rick and Thaddeus? There you go. Nice production.
It's Rick Thaddeus.
I thought it was 2 of them. It was a double.
It's got some sort of slash.
Okay, well.
I've never heard these cats before other than Mr. Rogers. But I'm really looking forward to some other projects that y'all are hitting on, especially Mr. Rogers, man. That Houston Zoo shit was crazy. Man, it was Jay-Z, Fat Pat, Tupac, Big Boy, and I think Wiz Khalifa. That was the hardest fucking.
Man.
Oh, that was weird. Okay, I couldn't figure out who that was.
Something about $1 bill.
Yeah.
Normally I don't normally I just listen to this stuff. Like I don't okay, this is that song, this is that song. Like I don't always piece together the song title. I was like grabbing my phone to remember what song that was.
Same.
But man, I just did not expect this type, and it was a good. I didn't expect this.
Yeah.
Last person I expected it from.
I thought it was a good mixtape, man.
Hell yeah.
But here's the only problem I have with it. It's super long, and it felt like it just got a little repetitive to me. Everything just kind of started blending. It started blending into each other where every song was really the same song. That's why I don't like mixtapes to be so long, because you really don't have that much shit to say. For 20 fucking songs, you don't have that much to say, because you're gonna say it over and over again.
Man, he took the gamble with it, and with a lot of songs.
If I'm gonna just let it ride, I can let it ride. As far as listening to it, to actually critique it, I can't do it. I mean, I have to.
That's one way to put it. That's a good way to put it.
If I'm driving from
If
I'm driving from Hobby to fucking Bush International, this could stay on the whole way, or to San Antonio, or whatever we do. I can do that. But as far as like having to sit down and say, okay, well, this song, that song, I'm like, well, goddamn, you really saying the same. This is another thing I like about him. I like that he can kind of give you good game, like you were saying, but he's not coming off as like,
I'm that dude all the time.
He's not
just me.
He's not posturing or anything like that. It's like real good advice that he's giving people. You know, it's like, okay, that's not some like regular shit that everybody say that think that they giving you good.
Yeah, he's not speaking outside of what he knows or whatever have you.
And I'm big on how the artists come across on their project. The personality. This dude comes off as a real laid back, cool cool, calm, collected dude, man.
He seemed real laid back.
Like he be like real cool to chill with. I don't know. I'm just saying. That's how he comes across.
One song, he says, I'm going through hell, but I'm not in a rush to go to heaven. I'm trying to sit back and enjoy my blessings. I was like, man, hold up, man. That's some hard ass shit, dog.
Because everybody, a lot of other rappers come off as pretentious. But when you say stuff like that, you may like, man, see, that makes it more relatable, though.
Yeah.
You know?
He spit some real game.
Yeah, man.
Throughout this,
there was only a couple of them. The auto-tune.
Hey, he executed that. He executed that. What? I thought he did good.
I know what you're saying, but
who doesn't execute auto-tune well, though?
Kirko.
Kirko executes auto-tune perfectly. That's what he does.
Says who?
Y'all about to start a whole nother discussion. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I thought
understand what you're saying.
Thank you. I feel like he didn't overdo the auto-tune. I feel like the auto-tune was tuned correctly.
Don't let him sing you, Kirko.
Man, watch out. I liked it, though. I like it.
And I'm not even totally like swiping them out of the way, because other than that part, man, like, but so that is like literally my only knock is like the couple little auto-tune things, and if he was a little more lyrical, cool, but it's so cool that I don't care.
I remember when Boston George review, you said Boston George's voice is unique enough. He doesn't need the fucking auto-tune. That's kind of how I feel about Les. Because his voice is so
I can see that too.
Smooth and laid back.
But I feel like he didn't use it out of line. He was just kind of smooth with it.
Now, while I understand what you're saying, I do understand what you're saying to the T, because most people say, well, Kirko does that shit perfectly. I know what you're saying. I also ask myself, why are you doing this? I also ask myself, why are you using auto-tune?
Why? Why? Why are you using?
But I know what you're saying. It sounds 100 times better than most songs you hear auto-tune on.
Auto-tune sounds the same to me.
No, it does.
What's your saying? To me, yeah. Because I hear one auto-tune, it's all the same to me. They're all trash. So, okay.
And in a way, that's what he's saying. Most auto-tune songs are so trash that Les came in there and did it, and it didn't even seem all that bad.
Okay, but to say he does it better than Kirko, stop it. All right.
Well, I didn't say that.
He said
I did. I think he was it better.
Well, you didn't. Well, yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Okay, any final words?
Final words is this is a must listen.
You gotta get this.
For all hip hop types of fans. We disagree and agree on all kinds of genres outside of this. And if you like hip hop, you gotta listen. Oh yeah, you know what else is cool? That it just clicked to me, and I'm gonna take a guess on this. Was that a Paul Walker?
It was. I meant to point that out too.
Fast and Furious with Vin Diesel.
Yeah. I don't.
Almost 51.
I don't watch.
You never had me.
And then there was an interview with Paul. It just clicked to me that it's probably Paul Walker today when I was listening to it again. So that was cool. Go ahead.
I want to say this before, because I was talking about it being too long. I got to a certain point where I was like, okay, Les, god damn it. Then he would come back with another song and grab my attention.
Totally redeem yourself.
No, well, not that, but like it grabbed my attention to want to keep listening to the actual.
I understand.
But I just think he did. If he did that now, he probably didn't do it on purpose. But if you're gonna make a mixtape this long, you need to have like some great songs thrown here, there, everywhere, where you know it's gonna grab people's attention, because this is a long fucking mixtape. You probably did do it for people to ride around to, but a lot of people probably ain't gonna be riding. They probably I don't know. 20 songs is fucking long.
That's definitely longer than usual, and that kind of surprised me. That kind of surprised me because I know he's not, from hearing his music, he's not trying to develop the best creative rhyme scheme you've ever heard when he's making music. So I was like, damn, he put 20 in? You know what I mean? So, but he pulled it off. By that much he pulled it off, because there was a time or two that I got a little like, all right, we're gonna kind of change it up a little bit here. But I'm gonna give it just a smooth A. No minus, no plus. Smooth A. You gotta go download this and listen to it. Look in the little description deal. This is, especially if you gotta take a big old long drive somewhere.
Definitely gonna take a long
Boom.
drive.
I haven't thought about giving him a grade. I'll give him an A- also. Just for the simple fact, any person that grabs my attention to the point where I can't form an opinion right away, I have to listen to you multiple times.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, it's always a good thing. Dustin Prestige has the same effect on me, and I think highly of him. Two key things I meant to mention. I noticed one of the producers, I don't remember which song, but they sampled that Paul Revere from the Beastie Boys in the beat. Job well done. Most cats wouldn't peep game on that. I forgot the second one, but yeah, that's it.
See, that's the problem with 20 songs, man. It's hard to remember.
Yeah.
Man. Damn it, man. I give it an A- to an A, man. Like, this was a fucking good mixtape. I don't have any knocks against it except it's too long. Other than that, I mean, he's not the best lyricist, but hey man, he makes up for what he actually says. So as a face representation.
Oh, he'd be cool. He'd be real cool.
What about you?
I don't know if I'll be too crazy about him being the face.
You want a harder spitter, don't you?
Yeah. I love his individuality, and he's his own. That's what it was. One of the songs he said, "I want people when they think of me to think of me as authentic." I forgot how he worded it, but that's the key thing he said. And I did walk away thinking that.
Yeah, no doubt. He does have an individualism about him. It has nothing to do with the region.
Yeah.
But he does find a way to incorporate Screw in there, though.
Yeah.
In his own way.
Always has.
As representation of the city, I have no problem with it. None at all.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. I feel like the representation of Houston, like he had mentioned in another video, I feel like he's a good person within a clique, a strong person within a clique, but not so much as a forefront leader type fucking face of Houston.
Really?
That's just my personal opinion, even though he's one of my favorite.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think he's strong enough
sense.
to represent Houston on his own.
Okay.
I think he's just a very big piece of the Houston puzzle that makes us credible.
What makes sense? Well, why?
That's just what I get from him. Maybe
I know why, because you don't get that from you do with that Houston music.
That could be because, like he said, he draws
like
the
that. Man.
He draws the boom pat with the Houston vibe. I don't get a Houston vibe at all from him, other than the content that he speaks about. But from the music alone, I don't get Houston.
I know why you wouldn't want him as a face. I know why, because you.
I mean, it's not in a bad way. What you
Right.
said
It ain't a bad way, but the type of face I know you'd rather like is that man hold up type of.
That could be.
Okay, but then would you have a problem with Prestige being the face of Houston?
I feel
About the same way?
Same exact way.
See, I don't have a problem with them being a face because it would be a different type of face. I don't have a problem with it being a different type of face. Because when you think of Houston, you're always going to think of DJ Screw.
Yep.
So you don't have to keep reiterating because he keeps Screw's name alive.
True.
So, but he does it in his own way where it's not the same old. And I love the individuality that he brings to it because, like he said, it's authentic.
It does make sense though, because that's what you were saying about Double B. And that's how he sees that. I can understand that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But just like people could say, Kanye being the face of Chicago, he is. But you gotta
There's
also
probably people who don't like that.
But he's really not the face of Chicago.
Who is it?
Now?
Well,
Just. We'll come back to that. This motherfucker will say
he's the most
like
popular from like.
He's the most popular from that city. But when you think of Chicago, do you think of Kanye?
No.
Or, you think
yeah.
Or do you think of craziness when you think Kanye?
I still think of when it comes to that city, I think of Kanye and the Brat.
Okay.
Wow.
But that means
off topic.
the Brat.
He's from Chicago.
Over Twisted?
Well, Well, originally I was
Common?
gonna say Twister.
Okay.
But that's the whole point of me bringing it up. Those people you just listed come as a group, as a good face. I think he's a solid member within a group to be a strong face.
I'm not mad at you. I don't agree, but I'm not mad at you.
I went all the way around just to bring that back.
Yeah, I think you definitely, like, if he was the face, you wouldn't be tripping, but not your first choice.
But he's
not my first choice either, though.
Yeah.
But we're just saying, like, if he just happened to be that dude.
But me and you would think it's more cool to where he was like, alright.
No, but
we'd be like, oh, really?
I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that.
And you see how long 20 songs will take to talk about, but give it a listen, and on your second time around, you'll know which songs that you want to skip through and which ones you don't. And I think I speak for everybody when I say it probably won't be too many. You know what I mean? But you'll definitely give it that full respect listen. So those are my last words. It's a great project.
Hey, Bayou City Reviews, send us your music, keep following us, keep giving us feedback, keep participating in everything we got going, man. We're trying to do a lot of good stuff within the city, trying to do a lot of pushing these artists. If you haven't seen us on Twitter, we're busy. We're not getting paid for this shit. We're doing this because we love it. We love these artists. We love everything we're trying to do. We love everything. Give us feedback, participate, holler at us, Twitter, and follow Les on Twitter and all his shit too.
And if there's some rapper you haven't heard about, I mean, if there's some rapper you've heard about that we somehow haven't, please let us know, because we got a long list. And if there's more out there that we don't know about, please feel free to throw the suggestions our way. If there's somebody that we don't know or that we're not mentioning, find them and send them our way if we're forgetting anybody. So
also, my last thing before we get out of here, hey, if you go check out these people's music, like on YouTube or wherever you go check it out, if they have a comment section, hey, say we sent you there. That would be nice, man.
Hey, that'll be a good look.
I'll be damned. Tell them Bayou City Reviews sent you. You know why? Because we're just being honest.
Bayou City Reviews, we're out.
Les, Gran Turismo.
Smoking purple.
Damn. Project. Doe might get rich as fuck off this. And I'll be happy for him.
And you know
what? If we're talking about just progression, he's stagnant right now. Because he set a pattern.
Racing for that position. Look, trying to get it before the checker flag. Wheels spinning, I'm still burning gas. Funny, they really thought I wouldn't last, but I'm just getting started, all that other shit to pass. Yeah, I heard a couple joints, all that other shit is trash. Need endurance for this circuit, if you slipping, you gon' crash. Never be compromising, I'm comfortable with my skin. When you telling them your story, ain't no need to